Stage 1 of the Rally Islas Canarias took us to the heart of Las Palmas, a tight super special in the shadow of the Estadio de Gran Canaria. But the unique donut sequence inside the basketball arena caused havoc for some of the early runners. Multiple Spanish and Canaries champion Luis Monzon having an early disaster. With more and more rubber laid down, though, the grip rapidly improved for the later runners. Hayden Paddon made the most of the superior grip to claim the opening stage win. Mixi Chomos had returned to Gran Canaria a year after a dramatic accident that forced the Hungarian to miss much of 2023. The Skoda driver was third after stage 2, but in the day's second test, once again, Chomos was caught out. It was another frightening one to watch, but testament to the strength of these Rally 2 machines that both Mixi and co-driver Attila Nagy would escape without major injury. As ever on these fast-flowing tarmac roads, the fight at the front was fierce. Spanish Championship frontrunner Alejandro Cachon stormed into the lead with a pair of stage wins in the morning, only for a front right puncher to undo his hard-fought advantage. As expected, there were a number of local stars in the mix. Diego Ruiloba is currently second in the Spanish Championship, and following his compatriot Cachon's frustrating puncher, the Citroën driver was running fourth at the end of the day and within touching distance of the podium places. Even our reigning champion Hayden Paddon had struggled to find a good balance in these bone-dry conditions. Understeer and low front-end grip would cause frustration in the morning. The balance improving, the Kiwi was up to third, but remained frustrated with his lack of top-line pace. Maciej Franceschi, meanwhile, had continued his strong start to the season. With that emotional first ERC podium in Hungary still fresh in the memory, the former French gravel champion was again displaying his growing threat on asphalt. The 24-year-old briefly into the lead in stage 3. And with Cachon dropping back, it was an all-French fight at the front, with Johan Bernardo recovering his early lead in the afternoon. The Citroën C3's colour scheme giving a nod to Seb Loeb's all-conquering Zara, and last year's Islas Canarias winner would do just enough to keep his compatriot at arm's length. Bernardo's lead over Franceschi, though, incredibly just 0.3 of a second after Friday's 96 kilometres. Paddon still there in third, with Ruiloba in fourth. It would be an intense finale on Gran Canaria. The relentless fight between the three front-running Spaniards had pulled Hayden Paddon into their orbit, the New Zealander eventually conceding defeat and slipped from third to sixth on the final loop. Three locals had brought their national rivalry to the ERC stages. The Spanish Championship leader, Jose Antonio Suarez, had belatedly found a more rapid rhythm. There was a spin early on, but it sparked a remarkable fight back. The 33-year-old was third going into the end-of-event power stage, but only 4 tenths separated the three Spaniards. Diego Ruiloba had made late setup tweaks to his Citroën C3 that saw a stage win midway through the day for the home hero, and the Citroën driver did just enough to claim fourth on the final stage of the rally. Former leader Alejandro Cachon was down in 17th after his Friday tyre damage, but had been on a flyer ever since. The Toyota driver notched up 6 stage wins over the weekend, including in the power stage, to snatch an incredible last gasp podium, his first in the ERC. Out front, though, the two flying Frenchmen had continued to dominate. Maciej Franceschi was doing what he could to maintain the pressure on the rally leader, but with crucial championship points at stake, the balance of risk versus reward was not easy to manage. Johan Bernardo, in contrast, is an ERC part-timer, so collecting victories is the 40-year-old's main objective. A pair of stage wins to start the day would remind these scrapping Spaniards behind who was boss on the island, and who would indeed hold on in the thrilling power stage to claim back-to-back Rally Islas Canarias victories. Bernardo took the win by only 2.8 seconds from his fellow Frenchman Franceschi, with Cachon snatching that final podium spot on the last stage, Ruiloba fourth and Suarez in fifth, Paddon settling for sixth. And those back-to-back podiums see Franceschi take the lead in the championship standings. Paddon moves up to second.